Hi, I'm Nina, and today I'm here with.
My name is Brian Bex.
So today I want to talk a little bit about yourself, and I want to get to know you. So tell me some of your interests, your hobbies.
Some of my interests and hobbies are, my biggest one is just mental health. Making sure that my mental health is like at the tip top shape that it can be at. A lot of times I feel like people have millions of thoughts going through their head, and I'm just one of those people that like to disconnect from that and kind of just like focus on myself for a minute. I like to play video games. I like to hang out with my friends, sit by the pool, play golf sometimes. I'm not the best at golf, but I like to play golf sometimes. And just hang out with my family. Family is like a huge thing for me.
So tell me, what are some of your interests, career-wise? What are you doing at the moment? Are you studying?
So I'm a junior at Western Michigan University, and I'm studying sports management. And with that, I want to be able to get into a sports team. I haven't really figured out if I wanted it to be like, NBA, MLB. Not decided with that, but I want to be able to get into a sports team and get into the community relations wing and be able to do things like we're doing today. Just give back to the community. That's one of my biggest things, is being able to give back to the community.
What does it mean for you to be here today?
It's a super huge thing. So my internship is actually with the Black Arts and Cultural Center, which is the presenter of like this whole Black Arts Festival today. So it's been really cool. It's been really cool doing this and just learning too. I feel like being able to put community events together like this, it's not easy. And just coming to these events and walking around and going to the tables as a spectator, it looks like it was an easy thing to do, but it's really a lot of groundwork and long hours that go behind doing things like this. So
What are some things that inspire you? What keeps you going?
I think the biggest thing that inspires me the most is the people that I've lost, coming up, and just knowing that everybody doesn't get the chances and opportunities to be, even sitting in this seat right now. Not everybody gets the opportunity to do that, especially just like the people that I've lost and stuff like that. So I feel like it's, I guess, my duty to go out and do as much as I can, whether that be in my profession, in the community. I just feel like I owe it to them to be able to, do better.
Yeah. What's an idol of yours? Is there someone you look up to?
Yeah, I really look up to my mom. My mom is my biggest idol. Me, when I was born, my dad was in the army, so my dad wasn't here. He was in Afghanistan when I was born, and he wasn't here until I was like 3 maybe. And so, like, obviously I don't remember the stuff, but just knowing that my mom was able to get everything together to make sure that I'm able to sit here today and talk to you and inspire the youth, like, she's the big goat for me.
What's your fondest childhood memory?
My fondest childhood memory, I would have to say I tried to, back in my hometown, I'm not from Kalamazoo, I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. So back in my hometown, there's a big hill, like huge. And during the wintertime when it snows, we go sledding and stuff like that. I just remember trying to surf on the snowboard going down the hill, and like, I don't know why that's like the first memory and most fondest memory, but like that's always with me. That's my best memory ever.
Continuing, I wanted to ask you actually about your faith and beliefs. What is something that you believe in? Something that you're faithful in?
I believe that, God got my back through everything. I know sometimes, we don't make the best decisions, or we question things sometimes, but just, growing up in the church, I've learned just to understand that God's got you, no matter what. You learn not to question things, learn to just, I guess, go with the flow essentially, So, yeah.
So, would you say that you're religious?
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I grew up in the church, been in the church my whole life, and I feel like it's different, growing up in the church and your parents doing it, but that was something that I continued to do after moving out of my parents' house and things like that. So I'm most definitely like super religious.
So, are you born and raised in Kalamazoo?
No, I'm born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan. I came out here to Kalamazoo about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. to go to school, and so I've been out here since then.
How do you like the community here in Kalamazoo?
Kalamazoo is cool. Kalamazoo is cool, and I feel the sense of community is super strong, especially just being out here today. I just didn't know it was this many like companies or like small businesses and things like that. Like Kalamazoo's community is like really cool to me, super cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Is there anything you're looking forward to doing here in Kalamazoo?
Um, I'm looking forward to graduating at Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo for sure.
Are there any places that you've traveled or seen that have left an imprint on you?
Yeah, I really love the Bahamas. Like the Bahamas is one of my favorite places to go to. It's just so peaceful. It's so peaceful there. Just the water, and I feel like the wind always comes at the perfect time to make the trees move. Like I love the Bahamas. That's my favorite place ever.
So where do you think you will be moving after college?
I guess it really depends on like the job situation. Hopefully I can get into like a sports team like right out of college. But you know, things don't work out, then just go with the flow. But wherever work takes me.
What would you say it's your biggest fear?
I think my biggest fear is letting my family down, and I wouldn't even say letting my family down. I feel like letting myself down. I have a lot of goals and different ideas that I want to like, map out and push all the way through. And I just feel like if I tell myself I'm gonna do it, I feel like it's a huge discredit to myself to not be able to do it. So I guess failing is one of my biggest fears, but not just failing, but not being able to regain my steps from failing, because failure happens all the time. So like, I guess my biggest fear is not being able to get back up from that failure.
On the sidetrack, what fulfills you the most inside?
I think just getting work done, and not just work like for companies, but like work as in like community service, working with the youth and things like that. I've been doing that ever since I got out of high school, working with the youth and mentoring and things like that. So I take a lot of pride in that, just knowing that like I'm one of the people that essentially, could have been a deciding factor for a kid to go ahead and make the better change for their lives. So that's it for sure.
What's the best piece of advice anyone has ever given you?
To just stay the course. Like I said earlier, everybody knows life has their bumps and turns, and you feel like you don't want to continue with some things, but just staying the course and going for what you want. You know what I mean? Like, nobody can stop you from what you want. So if you want it, go get it.
And lastly, what kind of advice would you give kids that are just starting college?
Don't be afraid to fail. And I know I just said, scared of failure, but don't be afraid to fail, because I feel like college is all about adjustments. You're learning how to adjust to live by yourself. You're learning how to adjust to the workload. You're learning how to adjust to new people that you're meeting. So like, just don't be afraid to fail, and don't be afraid to show who you really are. Like the perfect friend group is there for you. The perfect person, if that's what you're looking for, is there for you. But just, continue to be yourself, and don't be afraid to fail.
Thank you so much for coming out here and talking with us. We really appreciate you coming and taking the time to talk with us about your inspirations and what motivates you. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well.
It is so great.
You're watching Public Media Network.